I'm Ben.
I'm Ron.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jason. And this is Hometown Has-Beens. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hometown Has-Beens, episode 46. We're back. It's a tripod. No Ben, although we got confirmation earlier in the day his team advanced to the next round of state. At least the girls did.
Survive
The boys
in
haven't played
advance.
yet at this point that we're recording.
Yep. No
results because no game.
results, no game.
All right, so shout out Ben.
Yep.
Oh, what's up, boys?
What's up?
Man, you know.
Yeah.
Just eating these peanuts.
I want to go on record saying
Are
something.
you replacing habits
Yes. Well, kind of.
I want to
instead
go on
of
record.
Little Debbie's? Go ahead, go on record.
Yes.
There's rumors of an image circulating.
Dude.
It's not an inappropriate. There's nothing visible in the image.
There's a tan line visible, Jason.
There's a tan line visible.
There are things visible in the image. I've seen it.
There's nothing other than a tan line visible in the
But
image.
There's a lot of your body visible.
You
Nothing
can't-
inappropriate. I could walk around
Hold
on the
on.
beach, on any beach like
There's
that.
not much, as my grandmother used to say, there's not much left to the imagination.
There is. Every area that should be covered is covered.
Go ahead, tell the story, and then I'm gonna give you my take.
Okay.
My take on this.
We're jumping right into it, folks, in case you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I thought this was funny because last week I ended the podcast commenting on Ben's tan line on his head.
Yes.
So this is a great segue.
Yes.
Is that why you sent this?
No,
No,
I sent.
no.
Okay. So we were putting down some.
I'm trying to find some reason for you. I'm trying to give you a way out here.
right.
So please say yes. That's why you sent this.
Sure. Okay. So we got some of that artificial turf just for a small, because we're too cheap to make a patio with concrete, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going a flat spot right there beside the porch, put down this fake grass, put chairs on it. I don't have to sit in real grass.
Bam.
That's a
Boom.
lot cheaper than concrete.
100%. Yeah. So I'm installing this because I've already done the work before of like getting all the grass out of the way, all that. I throw down sand, I level it out. And while I'm putting it all down, it takes a few hours. It was hot Saturday. So I was with my shirt off, just doing the yard work. And Anna's like, hey, do you want some sunscreen real quick? I was like, nah, it'll be fine. I didn't think anything of it, but because I'm thinking I'm going to be moving around a lot. Like one side of my body's not going to be exposed the whole time, but
Yeah,
basically my whole back.
But
but with two T's.
yes.
No, my whole back was exposed the entire time.
No,
to
what
the
we
same-
seen was
my back.
yeah.
Anyway, I get red as a lobster. Don't even realize it. And I'm sitting inside, and Anna's like, oh, no. I'm like, what? She's like, you're burnt. I was like, nah, I was itching at my back. It's probably just like red from me scratching. She's like, no, you're burnt. And I was like, nah, I'm good. So anyways, I realize I am burnt. And we have to chaperone prom. And I'm like, man, I'm going to be in a shirt that's not super comfortable, a button-down shirt. It's going to be rubbing against. I'm going to be uncomfortable the whole night.
And you're just going to get to stand there the whole time anyways, so it's not.
Yeah, and it's not going to be comfortable. That's what I'm thinking. I'm wearing a suit jacket, whatever. So I was like, I got to send this to the guys. Like, this is a big fail on my part. So my wife takes a picture real quick.
And that's where it went downhill.
That's where it got weird too.
And I sent it, and I was like, just make sure nothing's seen in the picture. There's nothing seen in the picture.
Wait, did you have your? Never mind. I don't even want to ask.
He's going to ask, were you nude as your wife was taking this picture? That's what he was
the
going to
answer
ask.
has to be yes.
Oh, it's definitely yes. Because
I
there
just
was
got out of the shower. It was my backside.
where there should have been clothing, there was not.
Hide me in the cleft of the rock.
You
As
cannot
I pass by, you can only see my
listen,
backside.
There are no crevices that you can see.
You can't behold
Dude,
my glory.
hold on.
You can see 0 crevices, period.
But you don't understand the context.
There's just a hard line where you can see that, like, my shorts are usually at.
There is a hard line of things you do among bros.
Yeah, well, and that's so you don't get like you have this story in your head the way you
Want it to go.
perceived it.
Right. And I was like, the guys are going to think this is funny. I'm an idiot.
But
But what they react with is, why are you sending me a why are you sending me a panty line pic? That's the response.
Look,
they get.
hold on. I'm going to be real honest with you. I went along with it because they was giving you a hard time, and I just want to give you a hard time. But I didn't think nothing of it. I think they are uncomfortable in their sexuality, and that's why it made them uncomfortable.
Dude, no.
Thank you,
As a happily married man, it did not make me uncomfortable.
No, well,
I just thought, wow, what a
you couldn't
tan
see
line.
my butt
But there again, like
or anything.
I get this picture, and Jason has like a darker skin complexion, right? Like you're like more tan than myself.
I tan well.
Yeah. All right. So I get the picture. You can't tell that you're burnt.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. So when I open it, I see image, and I don't see any text with it.
Well, I said laid in the tanning bed too long or something like that.
But I didn't see that. So when I looked at it, you have this, I mean, like very pronounced.
Yeah, there's pretty hard lines.
Straight line, tan line, right above your bum.
Yes,
Okay, like
above it.
Right. Yeah,
Above
but
it.
like, I mean, it's like.
I haven't re-looked at the picture, but there may be a little crack.
There
is
might,
not.
thank you.
There is
like,
not.
I'm pretty sure if that picture was barely cropped just enough. Like Anna did just enough cropping that your crack was cropped out. Okay.
A lot of that was a good alliteration there, huh?
Thank
There
you.
is you can't see any crack.
Dude, yeah, but look at that hard tan line. So
Hey.
So
we cannot get into it in this podcast, but Ryan can say nothing.
True.
But my whole point is that is where your panty line would be
If I wore panties,
if you
I don't
wore
wear
panties. And so what you ended up doing, whatever you want to call it, the truth is you sent us a picture of your back and panty line. That is what happened. And a tan. There no circumstance warrants you sending a picture of any kind of tan line being shown other than the arms.
You remember Cisco, the rapper?
Yeah.
the thong song.
Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, yeah, dude. Like
Anyways,
we would have
so I just wanted to tell my side of that story before Ryan tells any other staff members.
We would have, dude. I'm just saying, like, if the phone screen if it didn't run out where it ran out.
What do you call it when,
It would've been
I didn't know
cracked.
Jason had a tattoo on his lower back. What do you call
I
it?
do not have a tramp stamp.
He had a tramp stamp.
That is a lie.
It's a butterfly.
I'm saying
That
I've
is
got the
100%
picture
a
to
lie.
prove it.
Yeah.
I've got
Disprove it.
several tattoos.
Disprove it, Jason. Put the
Yeah,
picture.
dude.
Put
Yeah.
the
Post
picture
it
on
now.
our
There's
Facebook page. Post it.
I mean,
Prove me wrong.
100% no tramp
I was a
stamp.
little bit wondering why
don't
the
know.
tramp stamp was there myself. Like I didn't
at
know.
first, I didn't see it.
I'm wondering why you
When I
guys are
zoomed
such
in
big.
on it, I seen it.
I'm wondering why
Okay.
you guys are such big liars.
It was. I mean,
I've got a tattoo on my wrist,
the bad
on my
thing-
left arm,
Just
left
because your
bicep,
tattoo has something to do
right
with
I
Jesus
personally,
on your
all the way to my chest.
on your
No-
lower back
nothing-
doesn't mean it's okay.
personally, I like how you incorporate the tan line into your tattoo. Like it's like a different shade. Like
Oh,
like
I should get the
halfway.
Loch Ness monster going.
Yeah,
like
just
you said.
coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Anyways,
Oh man, yeah.
thanks for making fun of me. That's what friends do, guys.
Yeah.
If your friends don't make fun of you, they don't care about you.
That's
But you
right.
couldn't even tell you
Y'all
were
really care
burnt
about
in the
me.
picture.
You can 100%. I am so red.
Jason, when you send that picture on my phone, it looks just like a picture of your back and panty line. That's all I got. And then I finally I was like, so my reaction was like, why am I getting this? Like, what's he doing? And then Ben is like, this is
I'm uncomfortable. That's what he said.
yeah, and I was like, okay.
Actually,
I'm not the only one.
I was late to the party because I was mowing grass and working in the garden. Then I seen it.
I don't think you call it mowing grass.
Yeah, dude.
Mowing
Not
the lawn.
here.
Also, who says mowing the lawn?
Mowing the
that's
I
lawn.
remember
somewhere
that
else.
being said on a video game. It was Grand Theft Auto. I remember Vice City. Grand Theft Auto. He says something about mowing the lawn, and my dad says he hears it, and he's like, We don't mow the lawn. We cut the grass.
We cut the grass. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's weird.
Anyway,
That's a real good.
So the takeaway is don't send panty line pics
I didn't do that.
to your friends. It's weird.
Okay, well.
I
Don't show your
I
friends
eat
your
too many
sunburn.
Goo Goo clusters to send friends.
Is that
Just
what it's
like that to
called?
my friends.
Is that what he calls them?
Yeah,
I figured
Google
it
clusters
out.
and masterminds. Yeah.
And Andy and Brittany Brown told me Nacho Libre's sidekick, but I forgot him.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Something. Yeah.
I don't know, but he believes in science.
Yeah, that's so funny. Oh man, what do y'all want to get into other than my sunburn?
Well, see, you got some new shoes on.
I want to talk
never mind.
about. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's better.
No, do you have something?
No, I'm sorry.
No, you go.
No, it's better. I'm sure his new shoes.
No,
are better
no.
than what I got.
I think this fits into getting older. I had to find a new deodorant recently.
Yeah, what I had was much better.
Have you guys ever had to switch deodorants?
No,
Yes.
I
It's a
just
big
do
pain in
it.
the butt.
Wait, let's just talk about how crazy expensive deodorant is.
Yeah. Well, and now they want you to go aluminum free, which is like 3 times the price.
Yeah.
What
How's
does
that
aluminum
helpful
have
to
to
me?
do with it?
Apparently, the thing that you got to put in there instead of aluminum is really expensive.
Yes, so
I don't know what
it's
it
really
is.
expensive to take the aluminum
What's going to
out.
happen to
Yeah.
me if I use aluminum
Well,
in my
here's my
deodorant?
thing.
What's going to happen?
I've been using it since whatever. What age do you
I'm
start
pretty
using
sure if you eat
deodorant?
McDonald's, aluminum's in your deodorant not gonna hurt you.
True. Like, I mean, I drink tons of Coke. Like, I'm gonna be okay. Like,
Yeah.
regardless. But when I was in high school, Old Spice broke me out.
Old Spice.
Okay, but it was like only the Old Spice that goes on clear, and it's a blue. It's like blue on the inside of it. And I remember being in Mr. Cooley's class, recently mentioned on a podcast, and having like a
rash
on my arm, and it just burning all the time. But
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do, so I just kept putting on deodorant.
Yeah.
But then I switched to like the white solid, and it worked up until recently. And then I got a rash again. I also looked it up. There
Too
was like
much
a
aluminum
lawsuit.
in your blood.
There was like a lawsuit with Old Spice that I could have jumped in on. Should have done
Really?
that.
Man.
Yeah, but I didn't know anything about the internet at that age. So
Yeah.
also it wasn't used for much.
I didn't. Well, we didn't know. We didn't have internet. We didn't know what class action lawsuits
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
Can you make the sound, Jason, of like the old dial-up internet?
No. That's a tough sound to make.
That's a
I can
hard
make
sound to
deeper.
By the
voices.
way, you remember back in the day when you go to the mall and they'd hand out like AOL CDs or something? You get like
Yeah, or in the back of vans still they do.
in the
that.
back of vans. What do you do with those
That was to install the software.
Yeah.
for the internet? Is that right?
For
I don't-
AOL.
I don't think it was the internet.
Okay, I thought it was like prepaid cell phone cards. Like you got so many minutes.
That was,
so it was.
you would
was
get that was for the software.
So you just that was what you put in to download it.
Like
on
you
your
had to have
computer.
the software to get on the internet. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Why would they give you like 7 of them?
Yeah.
because
You'd
it's-
walk out of the Lakeshore Mall
They
with
didn't
like
hold as
7 of
much.
those.
My first interaction with the internet was eBay, and I was so young that I thought eBay was the internet. Like,
Oh, that's
that
tough,
was
'cause
all
yeah.
yeah. So my dad was buying some baseball cards at one point 'cause we liked them.
But yeah, anyway, so I had to switch deodorants, and I was trying to find one, and I don't know. But I'm like, at what point in your life is like switching deodorants a thing you have to do? Like, how old do you start getting before you have to do stuff like that?
Yeah,
Dude, my wife brings in
like
all
sensitive
kind of stuff.
toothpaste.
Yeah, and you got to wear sensitive everything,
Dentures.
like, sensitive shaving cream, everything else.
Yep, dentures, Depends.
Yeah, all that sensitive. But anyways, I found some
Long
different
and tall
deodorant.
tees because your belly's big.
I'm not sold on it yet. But
Yeah.
on that note, as I've gotten older, wait, hold on. The Nike store at Tanger used to have shoes all the time for like $30.
Yeah, that's not no.
Like I would go get new shoes all the time
Like
for
the
$30.
classics.
Yeah, like so easy to buy new shoes. They always had a sale. I never spent more than $40 on shoes.
Yeah,
They were good
dude.
shoes.
It was in 2008.
Yeah, but it was like so easy,
This
and
one-
I could wear any shoe.
This is when no one had jobs. It's 2008, dude. Great recession.
Dude, I remember you and I after school one day going somewhere. We were like, we didn't have plans. Everybody was doing something but us, and we were like, maybe it's football. We weren't playing.
So Jason was like, I guess I'll hang out with Ryan.
And Brian's like, I ain't got nothing to do. And I was like, I don't think my parents want me to hang out with you.
I don't think you're a good influence.
And I was like,
a lot of your cars get wrecked.
Yeah, I said, we'll go in the Rodeo. You keep that.
The Rodeo,
the Blazer.
That thing was a classic.
Yeah.
And I remember we had free Blimpie coupons, and we went to Sonic for happy hour. We both had like $1. We got drinks at Sonic.
Bet you ain't going back there now.
A sandwich at Blimpie, and played putt-putt.
All
for $1, dude.
$1.
I remember.
Dang.
Man, you could live it up. I remember like though, you get like $10, dude.
Do whatever you wanted.
Yeah, like you're not even. You're just spreading the wealth. Like you're like, oh, you ain't got no money. I got you.
You
dude.
can't go in the Golden
on.
Pantry and get drinks for $10.
Nah, man.
No chance. Forget about it. But
dude.
I have this philosophy now. I started wearing like nice shoes. Yeah. Like when I say nice, like
$200 pair of shoes.
Not quite that much, but
pretty
like
close.
$150 pair of shoes. But it'll last like 2 years. Yeah. Like On Clouds. I got a couple pairs of On Clouds 2 years ago.
What's it like to have money?
Well, one of them was
one
of them was a gift at Christmas, and I was like, "Oh, I like these. I'm gonna get me a pair." So I paid the $150 for one. Lasted me 2 years, and I'd still be wearing them if not for they got torn somehow. I don't know. I think I maybe wore them while I was doing something.
Working outside with no shirt on.
Maybe. And anyways, I was like, "All right, it's been 2 years. I'm gonna buy me a new pair of shoes."
New pair.
Well, then I had to go to the store, and I go to a real store, not like the.
What's like a real store? What is it?
Not
Fleet
eBay.
Who? Yeah, Fleet Feet in Athens.
Oh, that's like
a shoe. It's like a running shoe store, but they have.
Oh, okay.
But like they're special. You stand on this like thing, and it tells you what shoes are good for your like arches and stuff.
I always wondered how that part of the world with money was
I'm
lived.
saying, I mean, I go to Payless.
I tested it out.
I'm pretty sure I just get shoes where I get my groceries.
Well, that works too.
The last 3 pairs of shoes I got, I'm pretty sure I got where I got groceries. Anyhow, sorry.
When I worked at Amazon, going through college, I worked at Amazon at night. Yeah. And I would buy Walmart shoes just to get me through Amazon. Dude, my feet hurt so bad.
Yeah.
So you can tell a different, like it's a difference.
Dude, On Clouds, I am 100% like they're expensive because they're good.
They're good.
Yeah. But they have different styles, right?
Yeah.
And I like the cushion ones. And a lot of people who run don't like that for some reason. I don't know why.
Now, we should say at this point, though,
I don't run,
in the podcast, we are sponsored by OnCloud, and that is a true review, but we do get paid to say what you just said. We should just say that.
Oh, dude, if we got paid, that would be great.
That would be awesome. That would be cool.
I wouldn't even...
I would say
they wouldn't even have to pay me if they send me a new pair of shoes every year.
Yeah, send me some shoes.
I'd talk about them every podcast.
Yeah.
But I went and tried on like 18 pairs of shoes because I'm real... The last time I bought a pair of shoes on my own... They look like waiter shoes. What? You know what I mean? Like
like solid
they look
black?
Like I thought they looked good in the store, and then I got them on my feet.
Gosh,
like,
that happens all the time.
Like black on black.
Yeah,
like,
so I returned them because they look good.
Like an umpire.
They look good.
Yeah.
And then you put them on your feet, and you walk around, and you're like, "No, this isn't."
This is not. I don't think you can wear black on black shoes in like a public setting.
Yeah, I had to return them. And get some different ones. But anyways, I spent all this time in that store, and I feel bad. Saying like making this guy bring out 17 boxes of shoes and me try them on, and he do the whole foot ID thing and tell me all about my soles and my arch and my stability.
So kind of like a pastor.
Yeah,
kind of
tell you about your soul. You know.
Yeah,
I would say a religious broker, because then they're like, tell me about yourself, and then we'll find you a religion that fits you best.
Like a lunchroom, like just go down the line.
Yeah. A little
podology. I think that's what he's a part of. Yeah.
What's the when you get to choose? Dang, Sling TV used to say it. Never mind.
Subway. Have it your way. Burger King.
Little religious buffet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stevie B's.
I have no idea what they're talking about. All I know is I spent a long time in the store looking at shoes, and I wasn't going to leave without any. So I tried the Brooks shoes, and I was very...
This guy's like, I wish this guy would leave.
Yeah. So I'm like...
Or he's like, this guy better buy something.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to get these. And anyways, I got them.
So being a shoe pathologist isn't much good.
I didn't like the Brooks. They didn't.
After all that, you still got something you didn't like.
They squeezed my pinky toe.
So you should have just went to Walmart.
No, 100% no. What I'm going to do is return these and just buy the same shoe I had 2 years ago.
Dude, that's crazy that you can keep shoes 2 years though. That's wild to me. I don't understand that in my head.
I had to wash them once.
For real? Like you washed them once and two? Because like,
yeah,
I've seen your shoes.
Yeah,
you know, and I never felt like they were dingy.
Yeah,
I'll wear some dingy shoes like crazy because I go cheap shoes more often.
Yeah, I just do one expensive pair every couple of years.
How many shoes do you have growing up?
What do you? 2, 1 for each foot. What do you mean? How many do you have?
How many pairs of shoes?
I don't know. It was like when I was growing up, it was like you get one at the start of the school year.
Yeah. The August school shoes.
School shoes. And then on tax-free weekend.
Yeah.
And you just had whichever one still fit from the previous years.
Yeah. So you had your school shoes, your
and then
old
I got
shoes.
a new pair of cleats every year.
And I had Sunday shoes. Did y'all have Sunday shoes?
I don't think
church
I did.
shoes?
I had,
Not growing up.
I think I had to get a pair for a funeral once.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are the items that hurt me to spend money on, the one and dones.
Yeah.
You know,
because you're growing still.
Yeah. I had to get some boots.
And you don't want to be like, I hope somebody else dies so I can wear these again.
Yeah.
Funerals and weddings are the worst.
Yeah, I had to get some cowboy boots.
If you're not
for
participating in a funeral or a wedding, it sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't buy anything
like
new.
if you die, who cares?
No.
But if you got to go to the funeral and you ain't got the stuff,
I don't buy new stuff to attend. If I'm a part of it,
that's what I mean. Like
if you're a part of it,
like if you're a pallbearer,
yeah,
and you ain't got that equipment,
yeah,
or if you're a groomsman,
yeah,
that equipment is really pricey.
You know, usually I'm like a ranter, but I will give the public some acknowledgement of progress. I feel like people are getting better about look, this is what I want you to have on, but they choose things that are applicable in more situations than just the funeral or the wedding.
I don't know. That's a case by case scenario.
Yeah. All right, in my
you
experience,
get a bridezilla. Oh, you about to spend $400 or $500 on something you ain't never gonna use again.
Oh, I'm not.
When's the last time you wore a yellow jacket?
You're wearing a yellow tie right now.
Suit jacket.
Okay, you probably have one.
Yeah,
maybe I do. Because I was in that wedding with that bridezilla who said we had to have
one.
Stop
pointing at me. It wasn't my wedding.
Dang. Yeah, dude, I'm not doing that. I'll be like, listen, I love y'all, but this crazy.
Dude, I'm starting to think about shoes again. I realize I think I'm just a creature of habit. Like I like this. I wear the same shirts all the time.
Have you ever bought the same pair of shoes but the newer version?
I own 3 pair of the same boots.
Dude, I do that
same
too.
exact boots. When you find something that fits right, I'm about to own 2 pairs of the same on clouds.
Well, my whole thing is like when I go buy shoes now, they all have these extreme colors.
Oh yeah,
that don't.
That's
go,
part of the reason I didn't buy new on clouds.
Yeah,
because they didn't have the ones in stock that I wanted.
Yeah, dude.
The only one they had was this like gray with this fluorescent yellow.
Yeah, that's useless.
I understand it's a running shoe, but that tiny bit of fluorescent is just enough to tick me off and still get hit by a car.
Yeah, and it don't go with any.
And I'm not running in them.
Like, guys, we're missing the market. Let's create some more just regular gray.
Well, here's the problem.
Black.
Old guys like us.
Navy.
We're not much of the market.
We just assume buy Skechers.
Yeah, we might as well.
That Skechers had the right model. We made fun of it for years, and now we're like, you know what? You guys were right.
Yeah.
You knew who you were selling to.
We're almost missing Skechers. Is it SAS or SOS?
Save our ship.
What are we talking about?
There's the shoe store that's like SAS or SOS.
Oh, SAS, yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're going. They all look the same. They got two shoes.
Zappos?
Yeah.
They got 2 pairs of shoes in the whole store.
Dude, no, we're talking about they got them
Tanger.
They got those white New Balances.
They got white with black stripes or black with white stripes.
With the N on them. You know what I'm talking about?
They even got the
dad shoes.
They even got the ones you Velcro.
Yeah, dude.
They got 4. Listen, they got white with black stripes that tie or Velcro, and they got the black with white stripes that tie or Velcro.
Because I told my class I was going to be wearing these probably a year and a half, 2 years from now. But like if you're listening to this podcast right now and you have New Balances that are all white with a navy N on them, you've quit. You've got off the train of progress. Like you're done.
You know what's funny though is
I'm going
like
toward those.
that's starting to be a trend in the younger
To dress like dads?
to wear those dad shoes.
No.
100%, dude.
No.
Walk around a college town.
My gosh,
Guaranteed.
man. We're gonna have kids walking
That's
around.
true.
Guaranteed.
With the long socks on too, like tube socks.
No.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
That's wild.
Timmy
Dad
tube socks
bod.
everywhere.
Dad bod changed everything.
Dude, I don't
Feel
feel
like you can get a dad bod, you could dress like one too.
I got one of them.
I don't feel like when we were young, like we did things that I don't feel like we did things that our parents did.
No. We had long shorts and ankle socks.
Yeah, we went totally
They still
opposite.
had short shorts and long socks.
Yeah, we went totally opposite.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way it should
They
be.
had cut-off shirts
but-
and we had long sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Oh, I did like a good cutoff sleeve
They had
shirt,
whitey
though, I ain't
tighties
gonna
and
lie.
we have boxers.
You talking about like a workout shirt?
Not like
Y'all ever do the thing where you cut the sleeves off and then you cut a big hole here?
See, no, I didn't like
That's what all the dads did back in the day.
I didn't like the big.
That was my workout
show,
shirt.
I didn't like
It
the
said,
show
"I
my
But you
side.
gotta have some good looking
You didn't like the shirt.
Yeah.
glove
the
handles.
eczema.
To do
Yeah,
all that.
because of the eczema and the. I
Oh,
don't-
you didn't want an accidental tan line.
I don't have tan. Look,
that's what
what it
happened.
is.
I don't have tan lines. I got white all over. You know, it's just real bright.
Pasty.
Yeah, pasty all over.
I'm sure we'll get
But
a pic soon.
I did the tight.
know.
I just cut the sleeves off, just the sleeves, and then did that. Dude, those are my favorite. I wish it was okay to wear those again. You know, just the
don't.
cut off sleeves. Like
And some cut off blue jean
no,
shorts.
I ain't wear no cut off denims.
Gators wear jorts.
I didn't wear jorts. I just the cut off sleeves, like your old rec department
Yeah, I know what you're
shirts.
talking about.
Yes, yeah.
All my old rec department shirts.
That's what
on
my
a
dad
blanket.
used to do with all of them.
Yeah, dude, just cut the sleeves out, and then you got like a.
Your dad had some sleeveless shirts, didn't he? I've seen a lot of your dad's arms.
But hold on. Here's what was crazy. When we were in school, you could wear a cut off sleeve shirt, but you couldn't wear a sleeveless shirt that was sleeveless when you got it. Like that wasn't
like a
allowed.
tank top.
Yeah, you couldn't wear it. Nah, dude.
He ain't wearing a tank top.
Nah, dude.
You can today.
Hey, did
You
that
can
used to have
today.
sleeves on it?
Yeah.
Sure did.
Yeah.
You're good.
If it's like stitched on the sleeve and it's
Money.
sleeveless, yeah, you ain't doing it right. Back in the day, I was like, I wouldn't have done that. You ain't get
Sleeveless
yeah.
shirt with a Carhartt jacket, baby. That's how we did it back in the day.
That's right.
Man,
That's
what
true,
are we
ain't it? You
doing?
got
Oh,
over
shoot.
to Baines County East Hall. You didn't know what world you walked into.
Shoot, it was different. Honestly though, I ain't never seen anybody gothic till I got to Banks County. That's for real. That's a
I
true
remember you said
statement.
that.
I
on the
doubt
pod.
that.
Yeah, nah, for real. We didn't have them at East Hall in middle school. I get over here, I'm like, what y'all about? It wasn't Jesus.
They're just big fans of Edgar Allan Poe, man.
It
We
wasn't.
literary geniuses over here.
Oh no, me. I remember that.
We literary. We informed. We cultured.
You know. Well, I mean, I mean, you know,
Walking around rapping the Raven.
we had a good time.
Bells, 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 bells,
I
bells.
don't know anything you're talking about right now.
Yeah, I think we should switch topics.
What's an object? Like
Well, an object is. It's kind of hard to describe.
it's not the full question.
Okay.
Dramatic pause. That's what that was.
Oh,
What's an object that like tells your life story? Like an object that you own,
Your phone.
or
It
objects
tells everything.
like around your house.
they're like one object to describe.
Maybe a collection of
Oh, okay. You can
of similar
collect.
things, or
Okay.
one thing. Yeah, that would tell your life story,
Okay.
or like the story of your marriage or immediate family.
One thing.
I
I don't.
got a trash can in the kitchen.
I think that's normal.
So, but it's kind of been trashy. I'm just playing. That was a joke. Didn't land.
Oh,
Okay.
I was like, everybody. I thought that was a weird
Didn't
place to
land.
put it. And
Okay.
I was like, everybody does
I
that.
mean, for me, I was thinking like folding the dish towels.
Wait, what?
What?
I was folding dish towels the other day,
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
and I don't know. Maybe normal people have like a set of dish towels and they're all the same,
Okay.
but we just have a
Yes.
crazy assortment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some we probably got at our wedding shower.
Yeah.
Some
you
that we
got-
acquired
yeah.
at Christmas or a
Yeah, dude.
Valentine's or a Just all. I mean, like,
who's getting you dish towels for Valentine's Day?
I don't know. Sometimes I can't think of what to get, so I just get her dish towels.
That's bold. That's a bold.
Hey, you know what's better than that is saying, "Hey, I love you so much.
Yeah.
Should we spend money on gifts or?"
Yeah. Then like
What if you put "I love you so much" on a dish towel?
That's
It
but
doesn't-
that
it's
costs
not the
money.
same.
It's not cost efficient.
Yeah,
Cost efficient is a hug, maybe a slap on the butt. Good job.
solid.
Solid.
That's a solid move.
Solid move.
I tell my wife, we don't swap gifts on Valentine's. We usually
Right.
write notes,
Right.
something sentimental, because I was like, look,
Wait.
you
well,
know
wait,
better.
Wait.
Hold on. You know better than me what you want. Like, just go buy what you want. And she does that. She buys what she wants.
Y'all write notes?
That's sweet.
Dude, I'm sweet. I don't think we did this year.
I was about to say how mushy
No,
does this note get? Are you like? Do you use lines like? Let me just think.
It's not poetry. I just
are you
say,
like life is but one fleeting breath,
no?
and I just want to breathe it with you.
Who talks like that? Sounds like you've been
I'm
writing
wondering.
them.
If my nose was full of boogers, I'd blow them all on you. No,
well,
that's not how it goes.
It's not accurate.
I'd pick you.
If my nose was full
pick
of
you.
gold, I'd blow it all on you.
No, what?
What? No.
I think it's like
Was that how it goes?
if my nose is full of boogers, I'd pick you, right? Like, you're the little booger
Yeah.
I
If
want.
my nose was full of boogers, I would pick you.
Yeah,
that would
makes
be
sense.
the Mr. Deeds Hallmark card that I'd
yeah,
write.
yeah, dude. Yeah.
My nose was full of.
Yeah.
I would pick you.
That's pretty good.
That's great.
I thought that's where you're going with it.
Yeah, Edgar Allan
that's-
Poe really did kill
That's
poetry.
good, dude.
Did he?
That's
Well,
good.
he killed a lot of people in his short stories.
Dude, I was just wondering if y'all like if you really went deep in your soul on these notes.
I mean, I have before. Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
going to share it with
really?
you guys.
Oh, well, yeah.
man,
Well, I
come
mean,
on.
It's sentimental.
Get
But
one
I'm
and read it
saying,
for
do
us. Bring
you-
one to read for us, Jason?
yeah, dude. Do you use imagery?
No. What?
No, so
I
no
don't.
imagery.
No. it's
Ryan knows
nothing-
one literature
Nuh-uh.
rhetoric tool.
That's not
Imagery.
true. Imagery,
He's
Par-
referenced it the last
He
4
has.
podcasts.
imagery, parallelism.
That's only because it has
Are you
parallel
looking at your
in it. That's
phone
a
right now?
math
No,
thing.
I'm holding my imagery, parallelism.
What's parallel?
You're literally reading them off Google
parallelism
right now.
is when you use consecutive phrases that or words
That's
that
called
have
repetition.
that have. Hold, I'm not finished.
You're going the wrong way.
You see a lot of them. You see a lot of parallelism in sermons.
Okay, so just tell me what parallelism
It's
is.
when you use like.
Sentence structure.
It's when you
It's sentence
use.
structure being the same.
I know.
That's the best way to describe him, right?
Yeah.
I know.
No, you don't. You said they use a lot of it in sermons.
But I was
scripture.
getting you interrupted me. There's also similes, metaphors.
Good job.
So I don't know just one. Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Matter of fact, most of them, if you say them, I will know them. I just
Hyperbole.
for sure.
What's hyperbole?
That's when you're using one thing, but you mean another.
No, that's a metaphor.
No, that's using something to describe another thing. Yeah,
No,
dude.
you compare it.
A
Whatever.
metaphor.
Hyperbole is extreme exaggeration. I was
Okay.
so hungry I could eat a horse.
Yeah, but I would have known that was in a hyperbole. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact definition.
Look, you know
You
more
what
about
did he-
literature than I do about math. I guarantee
This
you
is
that.
probably true. I was pretty good at math.
I'm like,
You're well rounded.
but I don't know like a lot about anything, but I know a little about all the subjects.
A jack of all trades.
Master of one.
many.
I'm pretty good at math.
He's pretty good at math.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyway, you
Hey,
know,
have they always like broadcasted the president signing executive orders? Has that always been a thing?
I don't think so. At least no one's ever
I
watched
guess
them
it
until
depends
now.
on what the order is.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But they got them all now.
Yeah. Well, Anna was watching them because she's very into the news. She's like up to date on way more things than I am.
Right.
She is my news source.
Allison, same way. Same.
Yeah. So
same.
she's like, "Did you hear about this?" I'm like, "You didn't tell me." So
Nope.
now I'm hearing about it.
Yep.
But we're watching, dude. I don't even know why I'm watching. What's funny to me is they have someone explaining to Trump what the executive order does, like in
Yeah, the little
layman's
guy.
terms.
Yeah, that guy.
As
Yeah.
if he hasn't been briefed on this yet,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
just about to just sign it
Sign
anyways.
it anyway.
So I know that that's just, I guess, for the viewers. But
maybe,
you know? Maybe I
Do
don't. I don't know.
Maybe.
I hope that's just for the viewers.
Yeah.
But then I was. He signed them in a big giant permanent marker. But that just cracked me up so much that he's signing it in this big, and the way he would hold it up, and
I think. Well, it's kind of like if you write something on a sheet of notebook paper, it doesn't quite feel as permanent as if you get a nice cardstock. Feels just a little bit better.
Well, they didn't print it on notebook paper.
I know, but the marker.
But you're saying sign it with a pen doesn't seem as legit.
It just doesn't.
One
seem...
is kind of like graduating kindergarten. The other is like graduating middle school.
Yeah, it's like you sign real things, documents, right, with pen, but this is a little bit more than your mortgage. Right, this is more important. So we got to go step up from the pen.
So we should start signing things and.
No, we don't do anything that important, Jason.
Okay. So you think all presidents do that?
I think so.
I doubt it.
I
just thought it was really funny to me. Like, that's what I was honed in on the whole time.
I think it's funny that we actually, like, people actually watch. Like, nothing, like, he's just going to sign the paper.
No, the guy's going to explain it.
Well, but then
Politics is the best theater. What?
It's just one-liners.
What would you sign with?
I would sign with a pen.
Just a normal.
No,
I mean,
it'd be
like
a
what
good
kind
pen.
of?
Dude, I know what it is.
I would get like a custom pen. I'd spend a lot of taxpayer dollars on a good pen.
I think I would
bet
try to
that's
get
happened before,
like
too.
a historical pen, something that meant like.
Oh, like Quill. You would sign things in Quill.
Would.
I would get like maybe the pen that was in JFK's pocket when he was assassinated.
Yeah,
that's got bad.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
The kids say karma all the time. Graceland's all the time talking about karma.
Does she know what it means?
She's like, karma. Like she said something. We were playing a game and I was like, "Oh, you're just getting lucky." She said, "Luck's not real," because I tell her stuff like,
luck is.
And
not
I was
real.
I was like, well, in this sense, it's kind of like it's just chance. That's like luck.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Luck's not real, Dad, but karma is."
Just dropping knowledge.
She says instant karma a lot when I stub my toe and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, stubbing your toe.
People making fun of you when you stub a toe is the worst.
Dude, stubbing a toe will test your religion. Ain't no doubt. Like nothing else.
I become very mean when I get hurt like that.
Oh, really?
Well, I've shared stories.
Yeah.
I just tell everybody to get away from me, and I don't know any of you.
Like
things.
I don't know. I think I milk it. I'm like, oh God, Allison, just do.
I try not to speak
drink.
for a while. I try not to speak for a while.
Oh,
like I do a lot of.
Oh, that's a man move right there. The heavy breathe.
Yeah, just like ow.
Yeah, just
don't say a word
when you know nothing's wrong with you.
But you're saying stuff in your head.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You're like it's. I don't know.
So you still have to repent.
You're like, how long can I lay here and get away with this?
Yeah, my dad used to say, what's in your heart will come out, right? Yep. I don't know, because when I stub my toe, there's a lot of things that want to come out, but I keep them in.
Yeah,
I keep them in.
That's true.
Out of the heart, the mouth.
What
speaks?
I don't think is that in there?
It's in the canon.
In the what?
Canon.
What's a canon?
Another word for Bible. Yeah, in the canon, in the Bible.
Where's it at?
Who?
Jesus said it. Out of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Is that a direct quote?
Yes, direct quote.
Dang,
I think he said it in a different language.
There's a lot. Yeah,
he definitely said it in.
That's why I was
a different language.
language
is now dead, though.
I only read the Hebrew and Latin Bibles.
The original was written in Greek, but we can go Latin.
I don't read that one.
So
you read Jerome's version.
He doesn't read, is what he's saying.
I really am surprised I didn't. I knew it said like something along those lines, but like I didn't know
if it was word for word.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Because there's a lot of what? What? No, I'm just saying there's a lot of sayings that people think come from the Bible, but they don't. Like they're like, oh yeah,
like cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yeah.
It's not in there, but it
may
be close.
Yeah. And what's the you know,
God helps those that help themselves.
and they think like they think do what makes you happy has like a Bible. It does not.
Peter Cottontail got in my garden.
And you killed him.
You killed a rabbit.
No, I didn't. I buried a rabbit.
Your dog killed a rabbit.
Yes. Oh. I was wondering what was eating my Brussels sprouts.
Ain't eating them no more.
And I found it.
I'll tell you what, I am very close to killing a cat.
Okay.
Dude, are you very, like, I know you're
That'll
probably.
get you closer to heaven.
I don't want you to cut this.
I'm not cutting this.
Okay.
Curiosity killed the cat.
No.
I'm curious now.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
So I told you Graceland has a cat.
Okay.
And I told you I just put down artificial turf.
Yes.
Cats like to scratch.
Oh.
And I'll be freaking, I'm so mad right now.
Oh, I bet.
It scratched up a little spot, a bare spot. Now I have some extra so I can patch it. The problem I have is that cat
still there.
It's still there. It's going to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So
did it poop?
What do you mean?
Did it poop or pee? That's when they scratch, right? Like they think they're in a litter box?
No, that's when they're burying.
Who knows why cats do anything?
Oh,
they're doing their claws. Yeah. Okay.
So if these basically I'm going to put cat deterrent stuff around. There's like some, I don't know, these like balls that have scent.
Cat deterrent?
What's on the ball? Like other cat pee?
No, it's apparently they don't like
pee?
peppermint. They don't like peppermint and citrus smells and stuff.
Oh.
So I'm going to put them all around the front, and all of its stuff is moving somewhere.
Hey, are y'all?
But we don't want to get rid of the cat because Graceland loves it. But if it does it again, I'm going to kill it.
Okay.
That's going to be a tough one, dude.
It is.
You kill that cat and she knows, that's going to be tough.
She will know.
That's going to be tough, man.
I don't think I could kill a cat, man.
That's going to be tough.
I don't like cats, but I don't think I could kill one.
I'm going to get rid of it. That's what I'm saying.
I think I think that's going to be harder than you think.
Getting rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
You think he's going to miss it?
No.
Oh, you think because of Graceland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be a fight.
It's going to be a tough day.
It's going to be
maybe a tough couple
while.
It might be,
but you know what? When I come home with a different animal, it's going to be fun.
But then one day she's going to be on a podcast and she's going to be like, yeah, my dad.
Childhood trauma.
We was raised, when you were raised in the 20s, back in the 20s, Dad just took the cat away.
Yeah,
didn't even ask.
They
just take it away.
They didn't even ask.
Back in the 20s, it's tough, man.
Back in the 21st century, son.
Yeah, back in them 2020s. I only had 28 pairs of shoes to wear in the 2020s.
Chris, you have roasted party peanuts.
Yeah, dude, this whole thing of roasted, how much do you think that was?
$15.
Like 78.
I thought nuts were, you're not eating peanuts.
These are
real.
Quality food brand. They really may not be
what
real
if
peanuts.
Because nuts are expensive.
Are they?
Almonds,
That's what I'm
almonds. I know almonds are expensive.
Almonds.
But this is quality
peanuts
food
is
brand.
probably the cheapest.
Yeah, peanuts.
But if you talking about real mixed nuts, like
peanuts are the they're the what would you say, the
poor man's almond. That's what I would say.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
You like that?
I love that.
Oh, they're the bacon of the nut industry. Okay,
bacon's good,
but bacon's cheap for the meats.
I would say bologna.
Ooh, is bologna meat though?
Department.
God,
What's in bologna?
Who's to say?
We've really went wild. We've been all over it.
Yeah, that's fine. Listen, just hold on tight. Like we're just all over the place.
Yeah, we might get your topic next.
Yeah,
you
know. This is a good time to remember. It's IBS Awareness Month.
Chris is out. Listen, you've heard a lot of stories about fighting monsters. You've never had it happen mid-pod. So
yeah, he just exited it on that.
Yeah, he's just gone.
Called it.
So Chris is out.
He's
well,
done.
Me and Ryan are probably going solo the rest of this pod, and that's fine.
Because it'll be a while, probably.
It will. And we know that he didn't just leave because he left his things.
Yeah.
He did take his phone, though.
What if he's listening to the pod while we're doing the pod.
Like an old episode.
Like an old episode.
He's going to come back and want to talk about something from the past. Oh man, anything grinding your gears lately, dude?
Oh,
or just the usual.
Just I wish it would rain more. Not because of the earth.
You just don't want to go to baseball.
I just don't want to go to baseball. I just want it to rain.
He just doesn't want Rylan to go to baseball practice.
Don't want Rylan to go.
Dude, how are those practices? Are they? Is it still T-ball?
It's coach pitch, but it's like the first time.
So there's still a lot of kids hitting off the tee.
Yeah, it's just not.
No 3 strikes, you're out.
And this is not saying anything negative about anyone other than 5 and 6 year olds. They're just not good. They're just not good. They're like, oh, Rylan's pretty good. No, he's not.
Yeah.
They're none of.
Well, they're speaking comparatively, I guess, compared to other 5 and 6 year olds.
I guess I don't think that way. I don't think good for your age. You're either good or you're not.
Yeah.
And they're not good yet, Like I've seen middle schoolers who I considered good.
Yeah.
At things.
Right.
But I've never seen a 5-year-old where I was like, man, that kid's good.
I don't know. Some of them.
Just not. There's nothing a 5-year-old that can do better than me. Maybe draw. Maybe there's a 5-year-old out there that can draw better.
There's probably a 5-year-old out there that can draw better. Maybe even spell.
Yeah.
You think?
Possibly like play an instrument, maybe.
Well, I don't know. You're pretty good at.
No.
If you did different, like. Yeah, I don't know. If he's playing like what's that thing? Like accordion.
Yeah, no one knows
maybe
how to play
he's
that,
better.
But
if you're like him on accordion, you on piano, you probably got him.
I don't know. There's I know there's probably some 5-year-olds better at like drums than I would be piano. Because I think that's the one. Drumming is, you can have that in you.
Yeah.
But sports, I can beat any 5-year-old in the world at any sport.
Dude, I heard something.
I said that like a flex. Like yeah.
You should be able to.
Yeah.
Dude, sports related. I heard something that Nick Saban said.
Okay.
That reminded me of you.
Okay.
Because we've talked before about like coaches like that. They've got to be a little bit.
Got to be a little
crazy.
Nuts. Yeah, like a little.
Almost
got to have a little
about the sport to
like
be that good.
Different level edge. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's how he describes it.
Okay.
He says everyone is born with a relief syndrome, meaning if things are going well, you kind of like chill. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's not like that.
Yeah.
That's why he was so successful at Alabama, because he was just foot on the gas, 24/7, 365.
Yep.
We just won a natty. We're working tomorrow.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
So his coaching staff, after a win, he was so hard on them.
Yeah.
Like hard to be around.
Yep.
And, he didn't lose a lot.
Yeah.
And they found that when he lost, he wasn't as hard on the coaches when they lost, because they're already like, they don't have that relief syndrome. They're hard on themselves. They're wanting to go to the next one. I feel like that might be kind of your parenting style.
Yeah.
It's like Rylan's like, Dad, look, like the whatever he was doing, I don't remember what it was. Some math thing, and he was.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh, Dad, I made this, and well, you were supposed to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it wasn't like, oh, good job, like sit back and chill. Now. You're like, duh.
Yeah. That's
So if he comes home, he's like, I just can't get this, man. I'm struggling with it. Then you show him how.
Dude, I'm afraid that sounds a lot like me in a lot of different things. Coaching is one, but I'm not. Hey, sit down there, get a mic, get some headphones. But I don't think I'm not at that level though. Like I still I want to be around, like enjoy my family.
Yeah. But just saying. So Chris is gone, and I don't know if there was some sort of transformation while he's battling IBS. But now here's Ben.
Ben's here.
What's up, guys?
What? This is a crazy day.
This is quite a crazy day.
Got back from running around and
doing some things, doing big things.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but just was going to come say hey to y'all. I didn't even know this was going on today, to be completely honest.
It's spur of the moment. The topics today have included
everything
and nothing.
Oh, okay. That sounds like this podcast.
This podcast, this is the Seinfeld of podcast, if you will.
Well, I'm just saying in general, this podcast is not really about anything.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
It's just a podcast that we're much
really, if you want to hear us have a conversation like normal, just a regular conversation, come join in. If not, turn it off. Just turn it off now because it's what it is.
Wow.
So.
Nice.
Yep. Hey, school's good today. So.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Yeah. Hey, can we pause it real quick?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll end it.
Let
me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I got to be on here, and
Yeah.
It's nice to talk to everybody for 20 seconds.
All right, everybody.
Love you.
All right, everybody. That's all we got today. You heard a little bit from every has-been and a whole lot about nothing. Be sure to follow, subscribe, share the pod, and remember,
it's better to be a has-been than it never was. That was such a good line.
What?
You heard a little bit about everything and a lot about nothing.
Thanks.
That was good.
Chris is the poster child for IBS Syndrome Awareness Month. See you next week. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hometown Has-Beens. I'm in here alone right now because I got here early.
You scared they'll quit donating to the pod?
Yes.
No, I'm scared my parents will be like, "You're poor. Why are you buying?"
You are cutting that one.
Yeah, I am.